see we got a couple missing, but we'll go ahead and get started this morning. Because we understand what's someone out here this morning, and we'll get to that later. But it's so good to have you here this morning. I'm glad you were able to get out of bed and work your way here. So it's always good to see your smiling faces, and I appreciate your support of our Sunday school program. With that, Brother Robert, would you open us in a word of prayer?
Father, we're so grateful to be in your house this morning, Father. Just to worship you, Father, and give you the glory. Father, we just thank you for the ones who are here this morning, Father. We ask you to bless each and every one. And Father, we ask you to be with the teachers this morning and deliver a blessing to us this morning, Father. And Father, we just ones on our prayer list, Father, we pray about them and just each and every one of them, I pray also, Father. All these things we ask in the holy name.
Amen. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. All right. Birthdays and anniversaries this past week. My days right. Zane Henry, Preston Dykes, Blanche Davis, Mr. and Mrs. Charlie and Evan had an anniversary. Mr. Harry Monroe, Miss Ashley Mitchell, Jill Hyde, and my granny daughter. So Harry and Granny, come on up and let us sing happy birthday to you this morning. I just hope I got her, there's a lot of her blood going through me so I can make it in this.
Let me see. You got to put one.
I'm about to say, we have to empty the house.
You ain't got no money? Harry, I mean, how old are you now? 93? All right.
There we go.
There we go. All right. Birthday girl and boy. Now, Miss Norris. Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. May God have blessed you. I don't ask everybody that, but I can give you can get how old are you?
coming up next month. You know, it all started out around him, of course. Of course, it all was around him. And, you know, we started out, one of the devotions was, you know, where would we be if God never showed himself on earth, never showed himself to us? Where would we be? Then 2 weeks ago, we went into, you know, God's love for us and how we should take that and love others. Last week, we kind of got a glimpse of, so why is all this important? Talked about heaven, what was in heaven. The main thing is what was missing in heaven. Pain, suffering, and jealousy, and all the bad things of the world. So this week I was going to go into how do we get there? How do we get to that place? How do we experience God in our hearts? Of course, then we got into some news yesterday, and I hope you don't mind me sharing. I was hoping he was going to be here this morning. Because, you know, Brother Bud's got some surgery tomorrow, and some rather serious surgery. So I changed it up a little bit. Just what happens, God always seems to put something in your path. You know, you got something in your mind or your heart. So as we give this to him this morning, it's a little change from where I was headed, but it still works, because it's still very important to know these things, to better prepare ourselves to walk for God here on earth, so that we be more prepared and we get to experience heaven with him for eternity. And today's title was Take Jesus at his word. Take Jesus at his word. Well, we wouldn't be at this point if we had that. We wouldn't even be here this morning. So we noticed something important about it. You know, Jesus, well, even before Jesus, God's always been there. Always. It always seems like when you figure you're at the lowest of the lows, he showed many examples in his word where he steps in and it's all corrected. It's taken. You know, as human beings, we've got to figure it all out. You know, we were raised that you got to be strong, you got to work hard, you got to be able to, you know, protect your family, do for your family. You know, you've got to do it. You've got to do it. So sometimes I think that gets, you know, ingrained in us that we have to have all the answers. We have to figure our ways out. I look across this room, you know, and all these families, we've all been through some things that we got to the point where we couldn't do it. Thankfully to us, we love God enough and we trusted God and he got us through those things. So Brother Bud, this is for you. If you happen to get to see this on video this morning, we love you. We know what you're going through. And we're all leaning on Jesus a little harder for you on your behalf. Romans 8:37 says, in all these things we have full victory through God who showed his love for us. Full victory. All we have to do is trust in God. When it comes to healing our spiritual condition, we don't have a chance. There's nothing we could have done without Jesus and his ministry and his death on the cross. Nothing. We might as well be told to pole vault to the moon, because that's about the best chance we had if we had to depend on us getting to heaven on our own. We don't have what it takes to be healed. Our only hope is that God will do for us what he did for the man at Bethesda. He will step out of the temple and step into our reward of hurt and our helplessness. Preacher talked about it last week. You know, the friends were trying to get the crippled man into church. They had all kinds of obstacles just kept getting thrown in their way. They had faith in God. They would get their friend in there to hear it and to be touched by Jesus, and they did. And what did Jesus do? He didn't let them down. He says, if you come to me, bring your hurts, your pains, and you're my child, I'll take them from you. I'll take them from you. It might not be the things we want, but he'll take care of us. But this is exactly what he has done. I wish we could all just take Jesus at his word. And this is what's very important. This is what kind of ties into the mess I've been kind of working on the last couple of weeks about preparing yourself to be with heaven. This is very important. Sometimes I think we hold on to things that God lets go. You know, God puts it in the sea of forgiveness and he's forgotten about it. We can hang on to it. I can think of things in my mind right now that I've done that were against God. Why haven't I forgotten about it? One, hopefully, is because I need to learn from it, continue to learn from it, but that should be gone. That should be in my path. I shouldn't be hanging on that. It's gone. God's forgiven. He's covered in Jesus' blood. When he says we're forgiven, let's unload that guilt. When he says we're valuable, let's believe him. God doesn't create junk. Each and every one's valuable in God's eyes, and that's important enough for him. It's important enough for me. God loves each and every one of us. I know we go through some things and people give us a hard time because people are mean. But in God's eyes, we're valuable because he created us and he loves us. When he says we're provided for, well, let's stop worrying. Lean on him. Let him take care of you. God's got your back. God loves you. Don't get yourself to the point of worrying so much that you're just so stressed you just make yourself just physically ill and you're no good to anyone. Give it to God. Stop worrying. God's efforts are strongest when our efforts are useless. So try to remember that. When it gets to a hard time and you think you can't go any farther, yes you can. Because God's there to pick you up and take you the rest of the way. It's just like whenever He asked you to become one of His children. He says, if you take the first step, He'll take the other 999. He doesn't ask much from us. All He asks us is to love each other, love Him, and take Him at His word, because He's there for us. With that, preacher's got a couple of announcements.